Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. Peep game. Um, I just wanted to bring something to you guys' attention because it's time to talk about this. This is just real talk. You know, how often do you hear people, in particularly non-blacks, come on these black channels that they swear to God they can't stand and love to try to take shots at black fighters and black people? You know, but the thing is, when we respond in the manner that they, came at us, then all of a sudden they want to play the victim. They want to ask, hey, why are you saying this kind of stuff? Look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. All right, well, here's the thing. Maybe Errol Spence was maybe Errol Spence was on his way for becoming, the pound for pound king, box office king, because Errol Spence and Sean Porter did way better numbers than Canelo versus Sergey Kovalev. It's funny when it comes to us, people get quiet. When we put our numbers out, people get quiet. But then when it comes to other people, then here come the excuses. Oh, well, they had UFC. Oh, well, this was going on. Oh, that was going on. No, 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 no. Nah, not gonna let you get away with that. At the end of the day, we have choices. They have movies that they have top five movies for a reason. Every weekend, what are the top five movies? You know why? They have a poll because they go by choice. They tally up numbers because they go by what people chose to go see. It doesn't work like that. Whatever movie comes in number one is because that's what people wanted to see more that weekend. Not saying it is the best movie out there, is what people chose to see. I say this once again. Just because Avengers Endgame is the highest grossing movie of all time doesn't mean it's the greatest or best movie ever made of all time. But that particular weekend, or since it's been released, that's what people wanted to see most. It doesn't mean that everybody liked it after they saw it. That's what I've been trying to tell you morons that think Eminem is the greatest rapper ever because he's supposed to have sold the most records. Doesn't mean he's the greatest ever. It's because he have a target audience, which is mostly trailer park trash, you know, and two teeth hicks, and people that's into incest that like his records. But this needed to be said. Real talk. Errol Spence and Sean Porter did better numbers than Canelo. And Canelo's last fight was not a sellout and didn't do that good. Canelo had 10,000 people. He sold 10,000 tickets. Errol Spence versus Sean Porter did better attendance number. They beat Canelo. But see, the media is hiding this from you because they don't want you to know this, because they want to put out a certain agenda. They want to put out that there's not an interest in seeing blacks versus blacks fighting when history shows that that's not true. You have to put a certain uh, black fighter against another black fighter. Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford would have did great numbers. Okay, fact. You know, you just need the right dance partner. But looks like Canelo ain't in demand like they make it out to be. And as far as the streaming numbers go, I heard the streaming numbers wasn't that good. So how is Canelo this superstar that they making him out to be if he's not selling out fights and his attendance is is below average? Now, had this been somebody that looked like me, they would have been saying that this fight didn't do that good. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, when I went to see Bud versus Jeff Horn at the MGM Grand, they said Terrence Crawford did around 9,000. Said he did around 9,000. but I think it was a little bit more people there. I think it was up around the same amount of people that came to see Canelo, probably around 10,000. But I was at that fight. It was a lot of people there. And keep in mind, Bud Crawford versus uh, Jeff Horn had got delayed. Remember that had got pushed back because Bud had got injured. So they had never really officially they didn't really put the tickets out until when the fight got made official. They didn't put the tickets out till basically a month and a half. You know what I'm saying? But once again, you had Canelo, who they say people line up in drones to see, but then basically he only could get 10,000 to see him fight Sergey Kovalev, which we know Sergey Kovalev doesn't have a fan base. But for real, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that Errol Spence versus Sean Porter did better numbers than Canelo. Everybody is in on this, especially lamestream print media, the old media. They don't want the truth to get out. They don't want to talk about this because, like I said, they pushing a certain agenda. They want to push the black fighters to the back burner. And like I said before, I'm going to continue to put this info out because you guys have every right to hear this. I'm not worried about people making a video saying I'm race baiting and I'm making this about race. Motherfucker, this shit is about race. The same people that tell me don't race bait you, the same motherfuckers that go on other media outlets. Yeah, Mexicans run boxers, run boxing. Yeah, everybody wants to come see us. No, they don't. Bullshit. So, I'm just keeping it 100. Just keeping it 100 need to be said. Once again, Sean Porter and Errol Spence did better numbers than Canelo versus Sergey Kovalev. And the media is not talking about that. You draw your own conclusion. One of my subs said, how come people ain't talking about that? Well, don't worry. Town Business is talking about it. This your boy, Town Biz. I'm out.